You got a politician who does certain things, those actions then benefit his family financially, and then there's an effort to conceal it and sweep it under the rug. The impeachment power, as the chairman said, is a power that solely resides in the House. When you have a majority of the House of Representatives go on record, that sends a message. We think we get timely participation from the witnesses we need to talk to and the documents Mr. Comer has been seeking. Finally, I would say this about this changing story from the White House, this changing story from the Justice Department. Today, Hunter Biden did a press conference. He was supposed to be in a deposition. He did a press conference. And at that press conference, he said, my father was not financially involved in the business. Well, that's an important qualifier. We haven't heard that. For 3 years, we haven't heard that. All we've heard is Joe Biden had no involvement. Now his son does a press conference when he's supposed to be being deposed and says he wasn't financially involved. Well, what involvement was it?
Every conspiracy theory we just heard has been debunked, not true, and distorted from the facts. Because this impeachment inquiry is political vengeance directed by a twice impeached, 4 times indicted president and carried out by extreme MAGA Republicans. Republicans rejected my amendment to require the committees to hold at least one public hearing. Why? Because 11 months and a mountain of evidence and documents gathered so far proves that President Biden respected the rule of law and fought corruption. Republicans want to continue a secret investigation so they can distort the facts. For example, Republicans tried to create a scandal about the $4,140 Hunter paid to his dad in 2018. What really happened? Joe Biden paid his son's truck payments while Hunter struggled with addiction. Hunter paid his dad back. A parent's love is never without pain. A parent doesn't stop loving a child struggling with addiction. Americans will see in those truck payments some of their own attempts to help their struggling kids. Shame on my colleagues for politicizing a parent's pain. Americans know what evidence of an impeachment looks like. The Capitol Police, who were battered and beaten as Trump tried to overturn an election, know what an impeachable offense feels like. This puppet show is more of the same attack on our democracy that we saw here.
The lady's time has expired.
Republicans have had a majority in this House for 11 months. And what do they have to show for it? Nothing. No efforts to grow the middle class, no efforts to lower costs, no efforts to build safer communities. Instead, an effort to default on our nation's debt, 2 attempts to shut down the government, vacating their own speaker, and now a baseless impeachment that they are pursuing for one reason and one reason alone, because former President Trump ordered them to do so. You ask them to articulate what crime they are investigating, they can't give you an answer. You ask them to identify any evidence of wrongdoing by President Biden, crickets. Mr. Speaker, the American people, I can assure you, are deeply disappointed in the actions that House Republicans have taken for the better part of the last year. And this action is no different. I urge my colleagues, reject this farce of a process, and let's get back to doing the important work that the American people expect us to do. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I yield back.